A man who barricaded himself in his home when police turned up to evict him has been cleared of wrongdoing after he was punched and tasered by Kent police. Isn't it wonderful to know that justice can prevail and clear you after being punched and tased by police? Wait, what? 62-year-old Bob White was in the process of defending his home in Sheerness after police, bailiffs and locksmith arrived with a county court warrant for eviction. After refusing to answer the front door, police went round to the side of the bricklayer's Park Road home and used the big red key to smash the bottom of the door. Sergeant Russell Balment attempted to enter the house through the gap but quickly recoiled after seeing what he calls an aggressive-looking Mr. White with a large wooden club, which he claims the defendant was swinging at him. After being told, "Get out of my house," by Mr. White, PC Dunn, who was assisting Sergeant Balment, pulled out his taser and used it twice. Officers then stormed the property where they subdued Mr. White, punching him in the head twice in the process, and arrested him on suspicion of a fray. Funny that, isn't it? A fray is when somebody uses or threatens unlawful violence towards another and his conduct is such as would cause a person of reasonable firmness present at the scene to fear for his or her personal safety. Sounds to me exactly like the behaviour of the police in this particular instance. Bob White was ordered to appear at Maidstone Crown Court for a 2-day trial where Judge David Griffith Jones QC found police had entered the defendant's home unlawfully, and Sergeant Balment was essentially a trespasser and unwelcome intruder, making it clear that the police were guilty of a fray, assault, assault by beating, assault and battery, actual bodily harm. I could go on. Judge Griffith Jones QC told the jury that Sergeant Balment thought he had authority to enter the building, however he did not. His entry was unlawful and he was therefore a trespasser and unwelcome intruder. It doesn't matter that he was a police officer. The defendant knew he was a police officer, but he was not required to tolerate unlawful entry. To an Englishman, a home is like his castle, and he was entitled to force him out with reasonable force. Judge Griffith Jones told the jury they needed to decide whether Mr. White threatened violence to Sergeant Balment, whether the force he used was unreasonable, and whether a person at the scene would have feared for their safety. In his closing argument to the jury, prosecuting lawyer Ian Foynette said, "The situation was a world away from an intruder breaking into your home in the night, and Mr. White knew police were trying to get into his home. He said it was obvious he didn't think Sergeant Balment was an intruder. It doesn't give him the right to behave like that and swing a club around." The thing is, Ian Foynette, he may have knew it was a copper, but he was still a fucking intruder, regardless of what clothes he's wearing. An awesome part of this is that Bob White was representing himself at Crown Court, where he told the jury, "My life has been on hold for 3 years while this came to court. It's been like a prison sentence itself. It's a final chance for me to get justice. PC Dunn tasered me twice and I was punched in the face twice before being handcuffed." When reading the facts of the case, Judge Griffith Jones highlighted how Mr. White didn't strike or touch any of the police officers, who were left without a scratch, and said the incident was over in an instant. The jury returned a unanimous verdict of not guilty after just 40 minutes of deliberation. And that's the power of true justice, something the magistrates and family courts take away from us. Speaking outside the court, Mr. White said justice had been done and explained he went through the ordeal for his wife, who died shortly after the incident. He added, "I went through all of this for all the other people who are being wrongfully evicted by police. I hope this sets a precedent for other people to challenge unlawful evictions. I just hope this case will help someone in the same situation as me. The officers and police need to be held accountable for this." A police spokesman with a very bad taste in their mouth after having their eye wiped said, "On February the 5th, 2019, Kent police officers attended an address in Park Road, Sheerness, to assist bailiffs with a civil dispute and the repossession of a property." Note the use of the word civil dispute. Entry was forced and a man alleged to have been in possession of a weapon was arrested on suspicion of a fray. He was later charged and a trial took place at Maidstone Crown Court. During the trial, the prosecution was unable to produce the original warrant to enter the premises, as the judge directed the jury that the officers had entered without legal authority. On Wednesday, March 23rd, the defendant was found not guilty on all counts. Now, personally, I hope that Bob White doesn't leave things there. Now, he's got a great opportunity to screw these bully boys and teach them to stay the fuck out of civil disputes. It's not difficult. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.